Goosty.
I really got a story time for y'all niggas, real, alright? So, I don't know. Nobody knows this because I never talked about it, but I planned on talking about it in a video. But I said, fuck it, I'm gonna talk about it right here on stream, okay? So, maybe about it's coming up to be a year because it was around my birthday when I was working at FedEx. But it was around my 18th birthday, and in my school, they were like on the intercom, like, "Yo, if you're 18 and older, whoever needs a job, come upstairs." I'm like, "What?" So I need money. I'm going, and they're like, "Oh, come upstairs," because there was two schools in my old school. So there was my floor and then the other school's floor, and the work people for FedEx were on the second floor handing out job applications and shit. So I was like, man, fuck it. And they try to catch you with the 17 an hour, good breaks, stuff like that, good work environment, blah 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 blah. They're really trying to entice you and get you into working there. And obviously I fell for it. I mean, $17. I'm thinking like, oh, these, this might be good. I do it after school or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna be that bad. I'm gonna get back to those hours too because that shit is sure. So go through the whole process, and for some reason, I was the only one that got in my whole thing. Like only after like maybe 2 weeks, my friend got in, and like 2 other people. But other than that, everybody that went up there didn't get into it because the website was down or some weird shit like that. It was weird. They like took the job down and put it back up, but I did it as soon as I got home. So I did it immediately, checked it, got in, they hired me. I was like, yes, I'm about to start working. I'm so hyped. And time comes around, it's time for the orientation. I'm like, okay, orientation, what time is it? I'll check my email. Orientation like 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, what? Man, that's a little early. I didn't know it opened up that early. So I asked my mom to drop me off, and I had school that same day, but I didn't even go. I was tired as fuck, and I still got like photos of the inside of the FedEx on my first day. They had us sitting down at on like bleachers. It was crazy. Like, oh my god, bleachers cold. It's loud in there. Everybody, they have like these little pulleys, these right here. Oh my god, these shits will go around the building the whole morning, and it's just making noise. They bringing packages to different areas. I low-key wish I stayed though, because I wanted to drive these shits bad as fuck, but you gotta get your license. I ain't had my shit yet. But back to that. So niggas go through orientation. It's a few people that I'm with. It's like about 6 of us, and this orientation is long too. This shit goes from like 5 o'clock to like 8. So I'm like, all right. They're like, hey, all right, you guys start on this day. I think it was like literally the next day. They had us walk around the factory. You seen everybody work. They try to hype it up like everybody cool or whatever. Everybody doing their hard work. And I'm like, damn, okay. It's looking like a nice hard workout type of place. It's looking like a hard working place, but I'm getting money. I don't really care. It's whatever. So after the orientation, they tell us our real hours. The FedEx open at 3 o'clock in the morning. 3 o'clock in the morning. And I have never had a job that was like, oh, you got to wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning because, we got to get to work and get these packages out. I thought maybe it was going to be like the afternoon or something. That makes sense, not the afternoon, but at least like, I don't know what I thought, but I didn't think that was gonna be so early. Jeez, man, 3 o'clock is insane. But like at the time, I was so ambitious. I was like, yeah, fuck it, I don't care. I was waking my pops up like, yo, let's go. It's time to go to work. And he had work at 7 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to work at 3. So he's just like, like he didn't even want to wake up. So first few weeks, I'm waking up 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm ready to get to work. I'm like, I'm on time. And I remember at first when you like at FedEx, there's a certain speed you gotta go. My first manager told me this, like, when you get there is basically people aren't really telling you what to do. They show you one time and you kind of just gotta do what you doing. Like once you got it, they just gonna look at you like, oh, you got it, right? And I'm just like, yeah, sure, okay. So what we got, they have these phones that, you know, read the scanner on your finger. So what you have to do was the packages will come down, and this is on the conveyor belt. So I was on the conveyor line. So the packages will come down, and what you have to do is scan them and put them onto the right truck area. So you could easily mess up and move somebody's package around. So yeah, that shit get crazy. So you always have to like rescan that shit or make sure that, you know, you're putting it on the right thing. So as a new person, I'm moving slow because I'm trying to make sure that I'm not fucking it up. And they're like, yo, you gotta move quicker, da 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 da. Yo, you moving too slow. I'm like, yo, it's my first day. Everybody already on my dick. I'm like, damn, bro, I just started. Like, can I catch a break, please? Damn, I'm not moving as fast as y'all. I'm seeing people beep beep boom beep beep boom sliding it down, beep, boom sliding it down. I'm like, fuck, this nigga's going crazy right now. I'm slacking, so I'll try to pick up the pace, but I was fucking up low key, you know. But I'm using all the training that they taught me, you know, lift with your legs, don't drop the boxes, stuff like that. I'm taking the box, I'm putting it down gently, you know. I walk back, scan it, put it down gently. I was taking delicate care with people's packages. And, you know, that was the weak mindset I had when I first started. I was wilding. I shouldn't have been doing that. I really should have been going crazy and throwing niggas packages and shit, but I didn't know that yet. So, you know, I was just in my feeble mindset. This is the beginning stage of the crazy job that I decided to take for some reason. So we go a few weeks in, you know, I'm starting to get accustomed to the pace and shit. And for some reason on this day, there was this lady that was on my lawn, and it was this white lady. And for some reason she had an attitude. Like, I don't know why she had a problem with me, but she had an attitude. And she's just like, yo, I'm tired of this fucking kid. Da 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 da. He moving too slow. Oh my god, he messing. I'm like, yo, is she talking to me? Cause she was talking crazy. She literally stormed off the whole line, pissed off at me. I'm like, yo, why are you getting mad? Like, I'm only like, firstly, she looked like she was about 40 something. Apparently she was only like 25, but she looked old as shit. So that was already a bad look. I'm like, yo, I'm only 18. You need to chill out, all right? Why are you arguing with me about this? I know we all at work, but chill. You a grown ass woman. Relax. I'm not the type to really get angry at people. So I was just like, whatever, bro. Talk your shit. Or whatever. I'm just trying to hit to get my money. I don't give a fuck. I don't got no problems with nobody. So that shit happens. Situations go down. And she just storms off and does whatever. So I don't even care. That's just like the one problem I ever had with somebody at that job. But let me really get into like the worst part about this damn job, okay? So they had these things called ICs and IC trucks. And ICs, I forgot the general term for it, but it's basically like big boxes that couldn't go on like the regular carts, or like they couldn't go down the regular conveyor belt. They had to be taken around with these. So I'm talking heavy boxes. Like there could be tires in this thing. Like, I'm talking tires, car parts, full on tables, mattresses, a bunch of crazy shit up in there, detergent. And you know, I'm 6'2", I'm a big dude, so they used to love bringing me over there. And when I'm telling you that the FedEx building is hot as shit. So once you get in there, you taking your hoodie off, you're sweating bullets in the first hour. The fans that they got just blow hot air, so it doesn't even help you. And what makes it worse is when you go to the IC side with the trucks to go take that off, the fans don't even work for real. So you're standing in that truck trying to throw all these boxes down, heavy as hell. It's like 5 o'clock in the morning. You just want to go home. You checking your watch. You're like, fuck, I just want to go home, yo. And sometimes, depending on who you get paired up with to take these ICs off the truck, they're either going to be mad chill or they're gonna be some nigga that be mad aggressive and just on your dick. Like, I had this one Spanish nigga that I was taking ices off with, and this nigga getting angry as fuck with me. He started punching the wall and shit, saying I'm moving slow. I'm like, bro, do you see how much boxes I'm taking off right now? And then he hops off the truck, leaves me by myself in the truck. And then the manager's like, oh, calm down, Brandon. Like, yo, I'm about to punch this nigga. I'm like, yo, bro, where the fuck am I? Where am I working at right now? Like, I'm moving as fast as I'm trying to help you, and you getting mad at me. I'll punch up the truck and shit like you crazy or something. I'm like, all right, bro, do whatever you want to do. I'm just trying to work, get my money. Like, come on, like, I'm just trying to get this money, and y'all getting so angry at me for no reason. Y'all need to chill. Why are you going this crazy for this $17.50? It's hot. You need to relax. Y'all going too hard. Like, damn. So, I ended up clearing out the whole truck by myself because the nigga left. So I was there by myself. The manager like, oh, and that manager used to hate me too. She used to be on my dick. Like, she had this fucking annoying ass voice, and then she used to be like, oh, well, you moving too slow. Da, 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 da. Mind you, I'm going as fast as possible. It's me by myself in this truck. Like, why don't you go find somebody to come help me take off all these heavy ass boxes? But no, I'm the one in the wrong, whatever. So that's just the IC section. After that, this is like probably like this is a big time skip because all this shit is just connected like at once. So maybe this is like, I'm gonna say my final few weeks of working here. For some reason, they just loved moving me around the whole building. So the way it was set up in the FedEx, the boxes had numbers on them. It was 1s and 2s, 3s and 4s, 5 and 6, 7 and 8. So each section was split up into like different conveyor lines. So there was 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. And my line was 5 and 6. And my line was terrible. Like, it wasn't as bad as 7 and 8, because 7 and 8 had the worst shit ever. I'm gonna tell y'all about that. 5 and 6 would always get backed up with heavy shit, and we would always be caught up. For some reason, they love to move me from 5 and 6. Oh, yo, Phil, we need you over here on 1 and 2. Yo, we need you on 4. I'm like, bro, I'm trying to work on my line, bro. We packed up. And I remember for a good minute, they sent me on 7 and 8 for like 2 weeks. I'm like, yo, what's going on? Why am I the volunteered mover? And this is when I'm really in my element. So shit coming down, I'm scanning it, pushing it down, scanning it, pushing it. My shit was getting stacked. Like, there was a certain way you had to stack your shit. And, if you did a neat stack, you could fit so much stuff on there, you wouldn't even have to worry about extra space. So I used to stack it like the big boxes at the bottom, put my mediums in the front, and I just build it up like this. So then by the time I get to like, it gets really big and the workload's almost done, I'm just putting my small boxes in, just throwing them wherever, because it don't matter. They could go wherever. They could just fit in whatever spot. And sometimes you might get bad luck though, and might get some bullshit like boxes. You might get like a big ass tire and a flat screen TV, and you just don't know what to do with it. So you just trash it, whatever. So, oh my God, this shit just pisses me off every time I think about it. So, getting sent from line to line, for some reason, people think that they could just talk to you whatever way they want, just because they the manager, and they just be disrespectful for no reason. And mind you, I'm doing the best job right now. I am putting in work, pain, all of this. I'm sweating bullets for this damn company, right? And one of these managers is like, oh, you're not working hard enough, and go back to your line. I'm like, bitch, you're not even helping, bro. And that's the thing about a lot of the managers too, because it was my manager, like maybe 1 or 2 managers that would actually help us out and help us take this load off. Whoa, that sounds crazy, but help us take the load off the trucks. A lot of the managers, especially like this one, oh my God, I'm about to tell y'all about her, because she's the one that really fucked my shit up and why I left. Like, a good majority of the managers would just stand there just yell at you about you moving too slow, not helping us, just standing there walking around, not taking no boxes off, nothing, just walking around, making sure everybody doing whatever. I'm like, bro, can y'all help? Even the head honcho of the whole building would come down and help us out. He would pick up a scanner, come help us out. It's crazy. And also, one thing about FedEx is that they have this false sense of, I'm pretty sure this isn't just FedEx in general, but they install this false sense of like, what do you call it? Like getting higher in the company. Cause the story that the main guy that was in charge of the whole facility, he liked to say, oh, he came from a package handler to the head guy. And also one of my other managers was like, oh, there was a guy that was working there for 2 weeks and he was already a manager. I'm like, what? That shit don't even make no sense. And I'm sure that can happen, but I don't know about that. And apparently that's just how it went. I'm just like, okay, that sounds fake as hell. And I'm talking to people that have been working there for like years, and they're just like, yeah, I never had a promotion this whole time. I applied mad times, I ain't getting no promotion, nothing. I'm like, damn, that's really fucked up. And they be the real hard workers too. And the sad part is about FedEx is there's like a lot of old people up in there, like old people, middle-aged people that just don't got nothing else to do. And it reminds me of those memes on like Instagram and TikTok where it's like, you talking about you trying to buy some shit, like you trying to buy clothes and shit, and they really gotta like feed their family for real. I just feel so bad because it's like, damn, I'm really complaining about I can't buy these goddamn clothes. You gotta really feed your whole family off of this paycheck, and you barely getting paid. You getting paid like $400. And what's even worse about FedEx is that they could send you home whenever they want to. If they feel like, oh, you not working hard right now, or you moving a little too slow, they'll just send your ass home. You could be there from 3 to 8 o'clock. Randomly at 5 o'clock, they'll just send you home. And you don't get paid your full paycheck. You don't get paid for those hours. You don't get paid for none of that. It's just, they just send you home and you can't do anything about it. You gotta clock out, all that. But it was kind of crazy though, because I know there's one person that would never clock out. Like, if they did that, he wouldn't clock out. He would come back in, then clock out. Bro, that nigga, bro, that shit was funny. He would come back in at 8 o'clock and clock out so that he got where he worked his 4 hours. But yeah, they would just do that. They would just let you go for some reason, and it's like it was low key. You didn't really care because it's hot as fuck. You sweating bullets. You tired. It was to the point where I was so tired. I was like, bro, I want to leave, bro. I don't want to work here anymore. I'm moving slow. I'm just throwing boxes. I remember somebody had a PC in that shit. I'm not gonna lie, I threw that shit on there. I didn't even care for it. I felt bad, but nah, I'm sorry. It's FedEx. You be alright. You gonna get that shit. They gonna get your refund back. Because I promise you, people throwing everything. TVs, fucking every box that was pulled down on that conveyor was getting thrown. It was the way everything comes down is just, you have to move like that. Like, you have to throw that shit down because it's gonna get packed up. And it's just gonna get worse and worse and worse. And then sometimes they could just leave you there for the whole time. You might even you could stay there after 8 o'clock. Don't get paid any overtime. You just working unpaid hours. And it's like, damn. Wow. You can't leave until that shit is done. Especially if they want you there, you're not leaving until that shit is done. And what's even worse too is like, you know, every workspace that I've been to has its own politics and different beefs and shit like that. But yo, FedEx really had it bad. Like, niggas really hated each other in there. It was just straight problems. Like, niggas did not like each other. People would straight up have arguments in the it was like a bag aisle for like smalls, which is what they called like the little packages, like the orange shaped things. And the women's over there would really argue all the time, almost getting into fights and shit like that. I'm like, bro, it's really this deep. Like, people was throwing shade on each other. I'm like, damn, bro, this is a workspace of grown ass people, and they really throwing all this shade. And I heard all this on like my last day of working there, because I was with this guy and this girl. And we was taking out ICs and shit, and she just telling me about all the shade that like bitches just threw on her name. I'm like, damn, that's fucked up. Like, She only been working there for like 2 years, and every time it's always something. You talk bad about her. I'm like, damn, that's messed up. And I don't know the full story. I don't know like the full story, but I mean, I low-key believe it because the main manager, who was the head of like the whole floor, she was a terrible person. She was a terrible person. Like, she would act fake in your face and then go talk shit. Like, all the floor managers would just like talk shit about you. Be like, oh, he moving too slow. Oh, this person bad. I don't like them. Get him out of there. Get him off my face. Just straight borderline kid shit. It was like high school, and I'm going to high school. It's crazy. Like, what the fuck? My high school experience wasn't even that bad, and y'all acting more extreme than actual high school people. So it's like, damn, bro, y'all niggas is really fucked up. These are grown people, by the way, so that's cool. But the reason why I really left that is because before I left, I put in time a month ahead of time for 2 weeks because I was going to Guyana. Family vacation. I'm going to Guyana. And I put it in the month I started working. And it got approved. Right? It got approved. I was like, I'm good. I got my 2 weeks. Good. So I go on vacation. It's my first day down there. Randomly, I get a call. It's my manager, the floor manager. She's telling me, oh, because I saw that they like that they have an app where you can see like the time taken off and stuff like that. She's like, oh, she like disqualified, like she took all my time off, like she just deleted it, like, oh, unauthorized time or whatever. And I was like, oh, who's taking off my time off? What the hell? I took this time off a month ago. She's like, oh, you can't do that, and but I'm like, somebody approved it though. Literally, my manager approved it. I told 2 people ahead of time, hey, I'm taking these 2 weeks off in July. And she's like, nah, you can't do that. And she's like, you gotta come in today. I'm like, yo, I'm in a whole other country right now. I cannot, there's no way I'm coming in today. She's like, all right, well then that means you're either grounds for termination or you're getting fired. I'm like, what? She's like, yeah, it's either you get terminated or you fired. So which one you picking? I'm like, bro, I quit, bro. I quit. She was like, all right. And then next thing you know, boom. Just like that. As soon as I came home, no job, no nothing. I tried to apply for Target and shit like that. Target. Yo, if I show y'all my emails of how many times Target has rejected me, niggas would actually laugh. Because it's ridiculous. I haven't gotten rejected. I have like 3 emails trying to apply to Target, and I can't even apply on any 3 of these emails anymore. It's insane. I put in for seasonal, I put in for full time, I tried different I'm like, yo, just take me, please just take me. I need a job, I need money, bro. God damn, I'll do any hours, especially now since I'm free off of school for a little bit. Like, yo, I will take any hours. I don't give a, I'll do anything. I'll be on my hands and knees begging, pleading. I'm gonna stop right there. But yeah, man, whatever y'all do, don't ever work at FedEx. I'm just like, I'm just telling y'all right now, don't ever step into a FedEx. It's gonna be a bunch of bullshit, literal slave work on some real shit, where the quote unquote promised $17.50 that you're really not gonna get because they're just gonna send you home anyway. The working conditions suck. Most of the people, like the people that you work with, are pretty cool. They honestly, you might meet some really awesome people, but other than that, there's really no benefits besides just people abusing their power, having to stay overtime and not getting paid any money, and it's just terrible. It's honestly terrible. And I was late a good majority near those final few weeks. Yeah, I was putting up late. I could not wake up in the morning. To wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning is crazy. I was sleeping in class, which was fine at the time because I was almost done anyway. It was senior year. I didn't really care, but I was sleeping in class. In New York City at 3 o'clock in the morning looks like a fucking ghost town, especially where I live at in Brooklyn, bro. It's like you see a few people walking outside, but it really be the junkies, and you see the prostitutes and shit like that just walking outside trying to get some shit. And I'm like, bro, why am I out here? I don't need to be out here. I don't care about the money for real. I would rather be in my bed sleeping and having a better sleep. I was so sleep deprived. Like, I felt the worst in my entire life. It was bad. It was so fucking bad. So yeah, man, just don't work at FedEx. That's all I gotta say, man. Just don't do that shit. Don't do it to yourself. It's not worth it. Find something else. Find something better to do. Like, just find a different job, because they will pick you up immediately, and it's just not worth it. It's not worth it.